What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick. What's in the box? Kackis here, and today we are going to be discussing the latest controversy within the Destiny 2 community. And this one is a big one. A lot of people are very upset about this. However, there is also a decent amount of people on the other side. So what the heck is going on? Well, essentially, Bungie finally announced what content we're going to be losing when the new content with the Witch Queen expansion arrives in February 2022 for Destiny 2. And that's due to the Destiny Content Vault. So just to explain that quickly for people who may not know, essentially with the launch of Beyond Light, the Destiny Content Vault was also implemented. So although we gained a bunch of content like Europa and Stasis, we lost a ton of content as well. Entire planets like Titan and Io were removed from the game. Now, why is this? Well, Bungie's explanation is that Destiny 2 cannot keep growing indefinitely. And they said when they would try to add new content like new missions, crazy new exotics, new raid encounters, they would inadvertently kind of change the game and break something from 4 years ago from a mission that no one was playing. So to make things easier on them to be able to add more new content, they said that things had to go. And obviously this did upset a lot of players, especially with Beyond Light not really being what it was drummed up to be. Europa is a sweet planet, but the Stasis subclasses, although now looking back, it's super awesome that we got this whole new element, and as a PvE player, the new tactics it makes available are awesome. Certainly, at the time, the fact that they were utterly game-breaking in PvP really shifted the view more towards the negative side. So people were saying, wow, we lost all this old content just for you to ruin the game with Stasis, basically. So again, tensions were high. However, after Beyond Light, frankly, Season of the Chosen, Season of the Splicer, and now Season of the Lost have been pretty darn good. Also, before Beyond Light, something very important to remember is that seasonal content would only stick around for that season. So for example, Season of Dawn added the new seasonal activity, the Sundial activity, and some sweet new weapons you could get in that activity. But once Season of Dawn ended, the Sundial was completely removed from the game. But because of the Destiny Content Vault, according to Bungie, now this year, you can still play Override, you can still play Battlegrounds, and you can still get all of the loot and do all of the stuff associated with those seasons that came out forever ago. However, this time things are a bit different, because when Bungie removed planets like Titan and Io, those are part of the base Destiny 2 game, and Destiny 2 had gone free to play at that point. This time around, why people are so upset is because the announced content moving to the vault, so going away, is going to be content from the Forsaken expansion. Specifically, the Tangled Shore location. And you're seeing that in the background gameplay. This is a big area, and like pretty much every location in Destiny 2, it's so much more than just the public event areas. There's so many lost sectors, so many cool things to find, so many mission areas, so many secrets, Easter eggs, like everything is in this location, but everything is going to be going away. And because the Tangled Shore is being vaulted, the Forsaken campaign, which pretty much takes place exclusively on the Tangled Shore, is also being removed. Not only that, but we're also losing some Year 4 content. Stuff like Overrides, I believe, is going away, as well as the exotic missions for the Hawkmoon and the Dead Man's Tale. Those are going away as well. So of course, it, pissed people off the first time we lost stuff to the vault, and it's pissing people off the second time as well. Like I said though, it's a little bit of a different sting because Forsaken is paid DLC, whereas like I said, the other stuff was part of a now free-to-play base Destiny 2 experience. So this was just announced a few days ago with the TWAB. So that means there is 100% going to be people who bought the Forsaken expansion like the day before it was announced that the Forsaken campaign was being removed from the game. So those people obviously are in a pretty feels bad moment. Heck, there's people who didn't look at the TWAB, didn't watch my videos or anyone else's videos, and still don't know this and are still buying the Forsaken expansion, having no idea that the campaign is being removed. And that, I think, is a legitimate issue that people are upset about. Frankly, if Bungie knew this months earlier, that they were going to remove this stuff, they should have announced it months earlier. Maybe they just found out, maybe they just decided, the day it was announced for sure that the Tangled Shore and the Forsaken campaign was being removed. But I would really like to see them announce this as far away as possible so that people can still make an informed decision when it comes to purchasing this expansion. Because definitely there's still a lot of content if you pay money for Forsaken that you're getting. The Dreaming City is still going to be in the game. So you're going to get access to the Last Wish raid, the Shadowed Throne dungeon, the loot that is contained within those things. You're also going to get access to certain exotic quests like the Wish Ender bow that's associated with the Shadowed Throne dungeon. Not to mention all of the other Forsaken exotic weapons and armor you can now gain access to. So they certainly didn't remove everything, but again, they did remove a big chunk out of paid DLC. And I really do think this is why people are getting so upset. The fact that there is a paywall behind this content. If they had removed Nessus, I don't think people would be exactly as upset. And although the Tangled Shore is technically a free-to-play area, anyone can access it, again, the fact that the entire campaign takes place there is the issue here. However, with all that being said, you do have a lot of people saying, hey, no one's really going back and playing the Forsaken campaign too much, especially since a lot of loot from Forsaken backwards is all sunset. So why do you even care? And if it allows Bungie to make better content in the future, I'm all for it. And they've got a point as well. Like I was stating earlier, the fact that the content added in this year's 3 seasons has been pretty darn good, and the fact that that content didn't go away when those seasons ended is a huge improvement over what things used to be several years ago. Not to mention, although things are put in the vault, things are also taken out of the vault every once in a while. Heck, we got the Vault of Glass raid from Destiny 1 taken out of that vault and added back into the game. Bungie has also announced that another Destiny 1 raid would be unvaulted this year, and some PvP maps are being unvaulted this year as well. So it looks like sometimes they are refurbishing that content, changing the rewards, making it better, and adding it back into the game as a later point. I, for one, am not completely opposed to losing stuff that no one's really playing. The Leviathan raid is a great example, especially since its gear was sunset, and the gear is from year 1, so it didn't even have the proper perk layouts. Like, it's just, comparably underpowered to the gear we have now. If the Leviathan raid is eventually added back with all new loot that has the proper perk layouts and stuff, I would be very happy about that. So I think at the end of the day, the Destiny content vault might indeed be a necessary evil. However, I completely agree with a lot of people outraged that this was not the way to do it. This announcement should have been made as far in advance as possible, and there should be a sharp discount for the Forsaken DLC as well. Hey, we're removing the campaign. The whole narrative is a huge part of that expansion. Since you're only getting, half the destinations now, guess what? It's half the price. And anyone who bought this over the last 2 months, we're refunding half their money, right? I feel like that would have done a huge service to your customer base and eliminated a lot of the upset people. So that's where I feel like Bungie could have handled this better. In any event, guys, that's it for my thoughts on the topic. What do you guys think? Do you think the Destiny Content Vault is necessary? Are you liking the new content we've gotten this year since it was implemented? Or do you feel like Bungie should find an alternative way to keep around this content for as long as possible? Do you think that Bungie is mistaken about Destiny just growing and growing and growing? In any event, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more D2 content similar to this, be sure to slap that subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitter at RickKackis, that is linked down below, and keep up to date with all the latest content. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a good day.